Hello, everybody. Hey, happy January. Sort of. If you're not storming the White House, okay? But for those that aren't, welcome. I'm Dr. Randall George DeSal, the Bounce Back Blind Guy. And this is Transforming Adversity into Opportunity. My story, or hey, it's our story. So, in this episode, we're going to talk about the micro world and that it's a miracle and it allowing us to thrive. Here's what I mean. All right. Let's get into the present here. And yes, it's 2021, and you would think that we humans are so intelligent that we would have a society and communities that are thriving, working together, moving forward, making a lot of money for everyone, making poor people rich people richer, growth, just advancement, ascendance, moving forward, right? But on this day, if you've been following the news, you've got all this rioting, here at the White House, and just people just don't like how the elections have turned out, but anyway, what precedes all of that? Let's go way back, billions of years, okay, and we've developed, as a species, and we just developed out of, just energy, steam, smoke, collisions, and all. And right now, as far as the human species goes, you look in the mirror, you look at other people, and what you see is just vibration and energy. Of course, is what the visual is. But we are made up of about 70 trillion human cells. Say, wow, that's a lot. 70,000 human cells, and that. And thanks to the Human Genome Project, instead of the 280,000 genes we thought we were made of, because we think that we're so smart and so gifted and just a wonderful asset to our world, right? We've actually found out, or the Human Genome Project has found out, there are 20,000 genes, human genes. Okay, and you think, oh, wow, okay. So obviously they've got multiple functions and they interact in different ways. To give you perspective, a fruit fly has 13,000 genes. Okay. A flea has 30,000 genes. So we're somewhere in between a fruit fly and flea. Figure that out now, right? Now, here is the magic, the miracle of that micro world. Okay. Now, we are made up of about 40,000 different species of bacteria. 40,000 different species, and each species have got billions to that certain community, and adding up to about 2 million genes. That's right, 2 million genes. And the average, the human has got what, 20,000, right? But within us, on us, is the bacterial population, 2 million genes. Guess what? There are 300,000 different parasite species in you. That's right. Don't care how many showers you take, or how clean you eat, or how wonderful you think you look and feel. You've got 300,000 different species of parasites in you, and about 2 billion parasitic genes in you already. That's right. Let's go further. Now, you've heard of mushrooms, and mushrooms, fungus, came about 100 or 1.5 billion years ago, right? And fungus within you, there's about 5 million different species of fungus, globally and also in you. And that brings with it 125 trillion different genes. So here, so you as the human being, as you look at it, look at yourself, our species has lasted this long, and not because we have human genes, not because we have human cells. That helps, certainly, of course, but because of the other microbes, bacteria, okay, parasites, fungus, then we have mold, and then we have yeast, things like that. And they all commensally or harmoniously live together on our skin, in our gut. Each organ has its own microbiome. Okay. Every place on our skin got its own microbiome. Now, let's tie this into where we're at now with this a pretty much lost 2020 year, both economically and in basic life. You know why? Because we put this fear on this thing, this microbe, and we call it a virus. And so what are viruses? Viruses occurred many billions of years ago, and it came after the ancient virus or the ancient bacteria or pre-bacteria called archaea. Okay, the single-celled organism that became what we call the more modern bacteria, and so that preceded, human development. And it was when the transition from archaea to bacteria occurred that there had to be a way for information transfer, and genes were created as messengers. And it's horizontal type of communication from bacteria to bacteria. The archaea was just cell division, so that's how they grew. But evolution, right? How do you transfer information? And so it was because of genes, and this was horizontal transfer. So bacteria would contact other bacteria in the same area, then from there globally, and it would pass on information that way. At the same time, these things called bacteriophages were created. They're what we call viruses. Technically, they're not part of the microbiome because they're not really alive. They're a protein coating with RNA or DNA in it. Okay, and they can only live unless they have a host to reproduce in. So, well, if it's not living, then what the hell's it for? Again, information transfer. It works with bacteria. It transfers information of what's going on in the outside world, what's going on in the inside world. So all the microbes know what is happening, both energetically and in the changing environment, because you got to look at what has happened in our history with the gaseous formation, the asteroids and meteors and those bodies slamming into solid bodies. Okay. Leaving minerals everywhere, and our bodies are full of minerals. Isn't that right? And our bodies are also filled with, that's right, bacteria, viruses, fungus, parasites, as well as human cells, and they all live harmoniously together. So you have to think about what is health. Well, since just archaeological findings have indicated about 3.5 billion years ago, okay, from the transition from archaea to bacteria, it's life, it's communication, it's resilience, it's adapting to whatever changes are out there. You see, what happens is when there is stress, the ice age, no food, meteors slamming into the into our Earth, the dinosaurs, going extinct, extreme hot, extreme cold, stress. What happens there is that the genes mutate. Yes, their base pairs mutate and change, and it allows us to be resilient. That's why we're still here. That's why we're not extinct. Okay? Because we have in us, in every cell in us, and I include or speak more to all the microbes that aren't human. In every cell, human included, right, is the ability the inborn message to heal, to renew, to revitalize. This is our gift. This is what we're given. So look at this 2021 for all of you here. It's going to be a much better year. In fact, could be the best year that you ever had on earth. You know why? Fight for your freedom. Quit listening to the government. Okay. There is no chemical cure for what's going on right now. Because if you remember all those numbers, 40,000 bacterial species in our gut. Okay. The millions of other microbes, parasites, fungus, mold, that's living all inside of us. And you know what all that has done? It's made us resilient. It's made our species able to move forward, that generations that come after us can live. Because you have to look, historically, with all the 5 other almost cataclysmic events that has happened, what has transpired since then, with the centuries to come, is that we became stronger. Our cells in our bodies have become smarter, and we seem to heal. We seem to heal ourselves. Okay. We were meant to heal. We were meant to thrive. Each cell in our body, and even the human cells, but mainly all the other non-human microbes, were meant to live and work together and pass on information. That's why we got a genetic code, and that's why we've learned about our microbiome in us. Okay. So the message here, everyone, is that that micro world that we all have is a miracle, and it's meant to help us thrive, and we should let it help us thrive. And we, the macroorganism, should also live as the micro, to pass on information, to work together, to work harmoniously, to thrive, to be prosperous. And damn it, to not listen to the government, because they have no clue what's going on. You got a bunch of greedy white guys there that are stealing from you, and you're letting it happen. Get in tune with your micro world. Okay. Pass on information. Okay. Be gracious. Be harmonious. Be giving. Live your greatest life, because we can. Make 2021 your best year on earth. I'm Dr. Randall George, South Bounce Back Blind Guy. Hey, if you like this, please tell your friends. And by the way, we're in the second season of my YouTube show, New and Light Lifestyle Medicine, with co-host Patrick Herbert. That's getting many, many good looks. And when we talk about a lot of just fantastic topics, and we're going to breach into religion and politics where nobody wants to go before, right? We're gonna get in there, talk about religion, talk about politics, and you can call in, write in, and you can love us or hate us, but write in, because what we give to you is truth and honesty. I'm starting my 3rd season on the Pyramid One Network with Bob Charles and my international radio show, Be the Change. And we're going to do the same thing too. And look at the guests we're going to have on that show. And please subscribe. Please tune in. But here's truth, everyone. You want the world that you want to live in. You want the world that you would love to live in with your family and with everyone else. We can do it harmoniously and prosperously. Okay. Well, let's do it together. And when we do things together, it'll happen. Take care. Let's talk later.